Oh, hello. Welcome to Cawfee Tawk. I'm your host with the almost. Oh, hello. Welcome to Cawfee Talk, Ro. I am your host with the almost most. Let me just put my book down. That's right. Reading upon coffee. Hi, guys. It's Tia Tuesdays. Got my coffee book here. I see you. That's a little bit creepy, Ro, but I see you too. Um, Thanks for joining, Andy, Ro. Hello. Or to quote Joey, hello. It's Tia Tuesday, and I'm going to be sipping on something which we'll discuss in a bit. We'll talk about it later. We'll talk, we'll discuss. It'll be a conversation, but you don't have to get verklempt. It's okay. All right, how's everybody? We having a good week so far? Awesome. Yes, Ro, you are a little bit creepy. Not going to lie. There are certain owls that are a little bit creepy too, right, Ro? And they see you. Andy, I'll explain that story to you later. It's one of Iris's stuffed toys. It's a little bit creepy. Anyway, yeah, it's Tia Tuesdays. We're going to talk about Tia Maria, obviously, because, that's what I do. But we're going to talk about something else today that hits pretty close to home in that regard. And that is talking about these little bad boys right here. These scrumptious little beans and oh, the delicious aroma of the potentiality of ginger liquid. So if you follow those Nathan K. Pyle cartoons with the strange people that order dough circles instead of pizza, mild poison for alcohol, jitter liquid. That's right. Today we're talking, I know you dislike me, but you still love me. Today we're talking coffee. It really is Cawfee Talk today. We're going to talk about coffee. All right. And, oh, these just smell so good. All right. Kyle, how you doing, buddy? Stan, thanks for hopping on, man. This is like twice in one day. This is awesome. I love it. Stan is our Vibo and Luxusova vodka guy. One of my favorites. Today, like I just said, guys, we're talking coffee. That's right. It's Cawfee Talk. And I did something today that got me a little verklempt. Just a little bit. I did the math, which is interesting because I'm not good at math, which is also interesting because I have a career that involves numbers. And for the last few years, mostly fractions, which I'm really not good at. They're like the worst bit of math that I can do. Hey, Pop. Hey, Cam. Thanks for joining. But yeah, we're talking coffee today. And the thing that got me verklempt and the math that got me even more verklempt. Sorry. I need a moment. Okay. I actually have no less than 6 different ways of getting that beautiful jitter liquid we call coffee into my bloodstream. And can you tell I've had some today? Can you tell I've had coffee? I mean, really? Caffeine! And what's up with the coffee? And I held off on this, Andy, so you're here, and Pop, you're here. You're going to get this. Did I miss a meeting with the coffee? You can get all kinds of flavored coffee, except coffee-flavored coffee. You got cappuccino, frappuccino, rappuccino, alpuccino. What the? For more on that, you're going to want to YouTube Dennis Leary on coffee. I'll say no more. And we'll also keep this, fairly G-rated. But yes, I have 6 different methods of getting coffee into me, and it's delicious. Will there be ice? Iced coffee? Maybe. Kyle, there's definitely ice in your neck of the woods. I'd be willing to bet, dude. Because winter is here. It's not coming. It's here. Pickle! Hi, honey. How you doing? All right. So method number 1. This is the way I was raised on coffee. It's the good old-fashioned drip, which you young kids, you millennials and whatevers you are, yes, I'm looking at you. You know who you are. They like to call pour over. This is how, okay, so my sister's now endorsing coffee. So we'll say Grizzly Claw. We'll say Kicking Horse. But Kyle, out where you are, you're going to want to get some Black Stripe coffee. It's up Edmonton, Wetaskiwin, Red Deer area. They actually do an amaretto roast coffee, and I fully expect some. So yes, back to drip and percolated or good old-fashioned drip, or like I said, pour-over coffee. This is what I was raised on. My dad, lovely gentleman who's listening right now, thanks, Pop. would get up and he would make the coffee every morning, and he would come in and he would turn on my light and put a cup of coffee on my bedside table and wake me up, and then he'd go have a shower and wake me up again, and then he'd go get dressed and wake me up one more time. And then sometimes my sister would have to wake me up a fourth time in a very cruel and unusual and painful way. And we're not going to talk about that right now because just, it's a painful memory. Anyway, yeah, I know you're in the deep south, Kyle, but you can probably get it delivered. Just saying. Anyway, 6 methods. So that's one. Number two, you guys know I'm half Italian. You're probably going to recognize this old bad boy, right? Everybody's nonna, or if you're a camper, you're going to have one of these for making espresso and for making coffee in the morning, right? These delicious, delicious things. No, we're not going to talk about that, Andy. Next off, we have the Greek method of making coffee. This is called an imbriki. And Andy, you would know this, and most of you will probably understand this. Their coffee is thick. And I don't mean texturally, I mean flavorfully, flavor-wise. It's thick. This is some good coffee, but this is also some heavy, heavy coffee. This is heavy like a pint of Guinness when you're not feeling your best. But no, great coffee, imbriki. You put the coffee, you put the hot water, it just boils, and yeah, it does a thing. Next up, I've got my lovely, faithful Nespresso. I've got these beautiful little pods here. I can get, different roasts. If I wanted maple nut crunch, I can get maple nut crunch. Yeah, man, it's the flavor of the month. Yeah, maple nut crunch. Except that's not allowed to pass the doors of this apartment. I'd be like Gandalf. I'd be like, you shall not pass. And I sound more like Robin Williams, I know, but I'm neither Ian McKellen nor a wizard. So, yes, boom, we've got our Nespresso pods. Love it. It's great when you need a quick jolt or when I'm making espresso martinis. I could just chew on these raw bad boys, but they're much better when they're covered in chocolate. That's right, chocolate-covered espresso beans. These are dangerous. I used to munch on these when I was studying for exams in high school. Okay, I couldn't keep a straight face. We all know I didn't study for exams in high school. But I still chewed on those around exam time. All right. And then, of course, there's my favorite and most delicious way, Tia Maria, of getting caffeine inside me. Now, you can make cold brew. It's not that hard. And I meant to get some started, but had a bit of a day. So I went with the lazy way, and I'm giving a shout out to a local business because I like supporting local businesses. Station Cold Brew. Now, you can probably get this at places, Andy, Dad, you probably get this at like Farm Boy, Pusateri's, any of the high-end grocery stores will have this. Station Cold Brew, this is their original, they've got a mocha, they've got a coconut, they've got a vanilla, but this stuff is delicious. Keep it in the fridge and just, there you go. Because you don't always want a hot cup of coffee on a hot day, not that we have hot days anymore. And yes, interesting fact, I was getting there, Dad. Gosh. Thing about coffee, and a lot of people don't realize this, is the darker the roast, the less the caffeine. So the more you roast the bean, the more you're actually cooking the caffeine out of it. What you're getting is a more intense flavor and a little bit more acid to your coffee than you would normally get from, say, a medium roast. Now, on a per cup basis, on an equal volume basis, there's actually more caffeine in certain types of tea than there is in certain types of coffee. And yes, it's Tia Tuesdays, guys, so I'm pouring myself a little Tia Maria into this lovely little liqueur glass or port glass. And speaking of port, Dad and I were up at the cottage a few weeks ago and got to talking about ports and whiskeys and things like that. And Dad's like, I had to give up port because it made him want a cigar. Well, we're going to have a little port, Dad. I have here a little bit of white port. Yes, white port. Because port lives matter. No, I'm just kidding. Now, it's not really white. It's sort of a amber, but white as opposed to red. Right? So this, you're going to get, all kinds of raisins and grapes and beautifulness. Oh, yeah. This is like dry ice wine. Has a lot of those rich, concentrated grape flavors, but it's not as sweet as ice wine would be. But this stuff is absolutely delicious. Now, you're thinking, what do you do with What do you do with your? This is Fonseca. It is available at the LCBO. Fonseca White Port. Yeah. What do we do with it? And does it work with coffee? It absolutely works with coffee. I went to a restaurant years ago where they offered something called a funny espresso, which I found out later was a shot of espresso with a half shot of tequila in it. It's a good thing. And again, I may have had some coffee today. And no, I wasn't skipping. That was just me on coffee. Excellent. Okay, so I forgot one thing. So just bear with me. Just talk amongst yourselves. I'll give you a topic. No, I'm just kidding. There's not anything in the I just had to grab my ice. Because it wouldn't be Tia Tuesdays if we didn't have a beverage, right? Now I've sampled a little bit of Tia. I've got my Hilario Scenario mug. I'm just going to give these guys a bit of a shout out. Hilario Scenario is some friends of mine, well, one of my friends from high school, and some of his buddies, his co-workers, put together a podcast. So if you listen to podcasts, definitely check them out. They're absolutely hilarious. And you may find the odd cameo or visit or return visit of a particular silly individual. Anyway, give them a listen. They're absolutely awesome. Andy, it's Ken Turner. But anyway, we're going to have a little Tia and tonic today. What? Tia and tonic? Yes, T&T. Tia and tonic. You're thinking tonic water, but it's bitter. It's got that quinine. You know, it's not going to be enjoyable with that, you know, the coffee, the vanilla, the sweetness of Tia Maria. But we're going to use a very specific tonic. And that might have given it away. Fever Tree. We're going to use the Fever Tree aromatic tonic. And you look, it's not white. It's sort of a pinky orange. It's hard to tell in this lighting, sorry. But this is an aromatic tonic. Show it to the other camera. And to this camera. Camera 1, camera 2. Camera 1, camera 2. This has cinchona bark. It has Angostura bark. So some of the things that go into Angostura bitters. So it's got a bit of a cinnamony, earthy, spicy, baking spice note. So we're just going to, Tia and tonic in my Hilario Scenario glass. And it's that simple. And oh, it's delicious. Yes, you get that bitter quinine, quixotic note. But no, you get that spice from the Angostura, from the cinchona, from the cinnamon, and the other flavors that are in there. Absolutely fantastic. Other things that work well with coffee, or Tia Maria, bourbon. And I love this bad boy, Old Forester. This is, interesting side note, I don't even think you know this, Dad. This is actually the first commercially bottled bourbon ever. Boom. Hello, thanks for joining, Susie. So, first commercially bottled bourbon, and this is actually part of what goes into my favorite bourbon, Woodford. This I like because, well, it's easier to afford than Woodford Reserve. That's right, I'm cracking a new bottle. So, if you're not a bourbon drinker, that's okay. We can still be friends, I guess. I just got myself a little measure in my tasting glass here. Gorgeous little thistle. I later learned that these are, in restaurant terms, called ISO glasses or tasting glasses. I call it a whiskey nosing glass because that's how I know it. And I actually picked this one up in Stratford at a place called McLeod's, where I got my first 2 kilts. Yes, first 2. I'm not going to say how many more I have after that. That's all you need to know. And moving on. Oh, the vanilla and the caramel and all of the things that go well with coffee and Tia Maria. So good. I highly recommend you try it. Fantastic. So for cocktails, and you've heard me talk about this one, especially you, Kyle, came out of San Francisco. It's called the Revolver. It's basically just an old-fashioned with Tia Maria in place of a sugar cube or simple syrup. So you're going to take 2.5 ounces of your Old Forester. You're going to take a half an ounce of your Tia Maria cold brew coffee liqueur, put it over ice, stir, and you're good to go. I have something else that I might try in a little bit, maybe not right now. I found this organic vanilla bean soda. This kind of tastes like cream soda. It's so good. It's in the organic section of your local grocery store where you can get your Fever Tree and all of your gluten-free products and things like that. I found this last year, and like I said, it tastes like cream soda and vanilla bean. It's absolutely delicious. So I'm gonna monkey with it and some Tia Maria. Oh heck, why not? It's Tuesday, right? There we go. All right. I have a little bit more ice here. There we go. Cooking show noises. And unlike cooking shows, I don't have one already made. So I got a little Tia Maria action. And then we've got this beautiful vanilla bean soda. All right, I'm just gonna give that a little stir, just a little stir. There we go. Oh, yeah. The Jones soda also works, Kyle. Yes, Jones is another brand of sodas, artisanal craft sodas, funky things beyond, your typical Coke and Pepsi. Um, you can get those at like Bulk Barn and other grocery stores, but this vanilla bean stuff is absolutely fantastic. And this, like I said, oh, just I need a moment. Yeah, this is a thing now. Pickle accepts home deliveries. Well, I am going to be out and about tomorrow, Nicole. Um, I just texted you my agenda. What the heck? You know where I'm going to be. Um, guys, I don't have anything lined up for you. I'm still trying to nail down Meg, but her schedule's a little bit crazy as we head into this time of year for our industry. But I'd love to have her on and talk about Jägermeister cold brew with its 56 botanicals plus the infusion of cold brew coffee. Compare that with the Tia Maria and see which we like better, see how we can mix them up together. I do know that Jaeger cold brew and the Di Serono Velvet, Kyle, I'm looking at you. It's a good time. It's a good time. Hammer time. Yes, Andy, I will be in the Hammer shortly. Uh, Monday or Tuesday next week. Boom. There we go. Going back to this port for a minute because Shannon, how you doing, buddy? Thanks for joining. Just sipping on a little white port. I have too many beverages on the go. I've got my delicious tea and tonic, my tea and vanilla bean soda. I've got some white port. You might think I have a drinking problem, but this is really just for work. And of course, I've got, my bourbon. You can never go wrong with bourbon, right? That Velvet is delicious, isn't it, Ro? Wonder where you could get more of that. Oh, little update for you in Ontario who have heard about it, who've tried it. Doesn't look like it's going to make it in time for this year. We're hoping for January. Late December, early January, arrival in LCBOs. Keep your eye out because you're probably going to see a lot of those 50 ml promotional minis hanging off necks of other bottles. Yeah. But to my closest friends and fam, I got your backs. Because I might have a few bottles left on the table over there. Yes, I might have a few bottles left. Not telling you how many. No. Thanks, guys, for hanging out with me. This is always a lot of fun. I'm actually going to sit and sip something that's not coffee. It's tea. It's tea. I would like to sleep at some point tonight or tomorrow or Friday afternoon, maybe. I don't know. We'll see. I've had a lot of caffeine today. I'm not going to lie. Oh, wait. Well, crap. Oh, well. I mean, this is a fantastic Earl Grey tea. Don't get me wrong. This is Sloan's Heavenly Cream. It's vanilla. It's bergamot. It's absolutely delicious. I'll be in the KW next week as well, my dear. We should grab a coffee or another cocktail or something, and chit chat about how things are going. Because I love the KW. I miss the KW. And I have some stuff I have to drop off at Grand Surf, which is a great little, if you know the area, great little tiki seafood place. It's fantastic. Sister restaurant of Grand Trunk Saloon, which is a barbecue and bourbon place. So, Dad, if you're ever in KW, we got to go. The place is awesome. Yeah, so I'm gonna go, see if I can find any other ways to get caffeine jitter liquid into my body because apparently I need more caffeine. The crash, when it happens, guys, is going to be spectacular. And I'll try and film it for you, but who knows if I'm still, I don't know. I'll just put like the video camera on. You'll get like 17 hours of me going. No, I'm just kidding. Mm. Old Forester, first commercial bourbon, makes a great revolver. 2.5 ounces of that, half an ounce of Tia Maria. So delicious. If you guys ever have any questions, please just shoot me a message. I'll send you recipes. I'm not sure which I like more, the tonic or the vanilla bean soda. I'm not gonna lie. I'll just have to taste test them. Oh, that's so good though. And Dad, I know you love any flavor of vanilla, so I'll bring you some when I come to the Hammer next week. Some of this vanilla soda. Like I said, it tastes like cream soda. Dad, do you remember when I was a kid and I went to the vending machine in that hotel and I thought I was getting cream soda because it came in the blue can because that's what the Canada Dry cream soda used to come in, but instead I got club soda and I was really disappointed. Wasn't that funny? Kind of like the time I ordered spaghetti at a steakhouse and then I was upset when I found out that the sauce was canned and it wasn't Mom's homemade sauce. The things you learn as a child, the valuable lessons, and the multiple laughs that it gives your father as he laughs at your face. Also, like the time I had hot wings at Denny's in Buffalo and I ordered iced tea to cool my mouth down, not realizing I was just going to get cold tea and not like Nest tea that we get here. Yeah, that was fun. That was a good time. So I've told enough embarrassing stories about myself, which is why I'm not talking about that other one, Andrea. Kyle, if you want to know, it'll cost you some drinks when I'm out there next. In fact, anybody who wants to know, you're going to have to buy me drinks. And I'm not a cheap date. I might be easy, but I'm not cheap. All right, everybody. I've yammered on long enough. I will see you all on Friday for Fizz Fridays, I hope. Friday, 6 o'clock. Let's see what happens. I'm trying to line somebody up to talk to us so that you don't have to just listen to my gobbledygook and my jibber jabber. So I like to have some fun things. I like to have some extra people on. Maybe I'll talk to my counterpart, Christine, who does Quebec and the East Coast, and she can tell you what things are like out there and what she does for drinks. No, Andy, we don't want them buying you drinks. That's the last thing we want is people buying you drinks, because I've seen you on drinks, and that's not pretty. And no, we don't want anybody buying you drinks to tell you that story. So, anyway, guys, thanks, Andy. I will talk to you later. Step aside and have a chat. No, I'm just kidding. Everybody, it's been great. I love doing this. Thank you for joining me, guys. I really appreciate it. Have fun. Stay safe. Wear your masks. Wear your mask over your nose. Stay away from people because they suck. And yeah, just generally, to quote Bill and Ted, be excellent to each other. That's all I have to say, really. That's your PSA. Be excellent to each other, right? We're all tired. We're all burnt out. We're all sick and tired of this, especially those of us in this industry. We want life to go back so that we can do our jobs and have some fun. And yeah, it'll be a good time when that happens, if it happens. Knock on wood. And Monty just went, burp. Anyway, guys, I'm going to go deal with him. He's been shaking because of the high winds outside. 60-kilometer-an-hour winds. My patio furniture is moving. It's a cacophony. Or maybe I just need to switch to decaf. I don't know. I really don't know. All right, guys. That's it for me. I will see you guys on Friday. Peace out, and we'll see you for a Di Serono Fizz in a few days.